I forgot my part.
Still have 2 minutes. I'm not one of those early conductors.
I think you're part of it.
Oh, fancy meeting you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the stuff.
For anyone that doesn't know, this isn't going to interest everybody, but thanks for staying in the room. The men's room is right where the women's room is here, but one flight up if you haven't been here before. So it's a nice little, just a little jaunt up. But time yourselves, all right? Be sure. Also, enjoy the wide open spaces today. That's all I got to say.
You know, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Just checking to make sure you're awake. It's great to be here with everyone. We have old friends, of course, in MOO, and then we have some new people today. It's a long story, but we welcome them here to be with us. Several of the violinists are through our wonderful friend Chloe Kiffer, who was our soloist last time, whose husband is the pianist. So no nepotism on my part at all. This is going to be a fantastic concert. This is the most we've ever sold tickets ever, which makes me incredibly happy that an all Beethoven concert isn't some sort of has-been thing. I mean, we've also given 30 tickets to, there's an organization of American veterans, and so they're going to be here as our guests as well. So I'm very excited to have such a good response. So we're going to work on the overture some, and then Alex will be here, and the plan is not to go all the way to 3:30, and we'll have a nice break in the middle, so not to fear. Have we tuned? We did? Oh, okay. This is more space than Merkin, but I didn't want you to be too squishy today, but the whole thing will just be sort of brought in, all right? Okay. I'm not going to over-talk, but I'm not going to under-talk. This is, when I've done this piece before, it always takes about 15 minutes to get to the real sound. Let's see if we can jump to the real sound from the beginning in terms of war, death, drama. And... Okay, so I'm going to talk more than normally. I want it to be a consistent sound and then take as little break as possible. It's not ba and then the thing. It should just be big and then the chord. Okay? And. Beethoven sports like that on an offbeat, everyone has to do it. Not just a couple people. It's big. and there's intonation and all kinds of stuff. This is a very unforgiving room, so it is what it is, which is very helpful. Let's go back. We'll go back to 15. This music, right? Right there, we have 3 measures. We have whatever it's 4 measures of crescendo. And we were up to the 3rd one, and there was nothing. It's not oh and then subito. This is a big thing with orchestras where we don't get to rehearse every day. So I want to save time on that. It's one of the it's too much as opposed to nothing's happening. All right, great. Let's go from A. Yeah. I feel like I'm having to convince you what the tempo is, and forces is not less because you did it loud the first time. They're all the same. Okay, they're all big. Sorry. Yeah. These are the differences between, a fine concert and a great concert. Right at B, it's in Boethius. The crescendo was much better. Do that every time, all the time, like that. Don't let it slide back into half. Okay? B. Of time. It's piano, violins, but definitely, I don't know, like mezzo piano singing. I don't want it to be thin at all. It has to be, this is the mother saying, don't go to war, everything's fine. Relative major key, happy times. They all end up dying, so she didn't win, but yeah. And don't, please, in measure 49, don't anticipate the piano that's coming. Those 4 measures are dump, they're all loud, and then it's the suspended note, and then we decide to come back, okay? Let's do 46. Always want to have time to just rehearse these measures. 75, just the strings, and thank you, you fixed it. Let's do, please, 70. Mistakes like that, right? Or an intonation slip like that. One more time, same spot, and It's not bad. There needs to be a little bit. You've noticed with me, I try to avoid 10-minute lectures about imagery. We just want it to make the music be what it is. But there needs to be a sense of impending fortissimo that's coming. So it's not just pa pa. That syncopation is meant to create some tension. Okay. So let's do 78. Crescendo is shorter, so it has to happen quicker, right? 146, 145. Just make a note, please, because then it's fortissimo. It's good. 144. It's okay. And. Trying to make a small break. At 190, just the violins. Yeah. Great. Now you have the pitch and everything. Now have it sing. Don't sound like I got the notes, but I'm afraid. And right, and you understand that's like a different solar system of sound and musicianship. Okay, so yeah, that's happened before, and I don't like it. So let's go, please. Just 2 before F. Any luck with the Sahara temperature?
They said the engineer would take care of it, end quote.
Okay. So when I see other people hot, I know it's not just me. I don't like it hot. So, okay. What did I say? 2 before F. Excuse me. And. Okay, but without accenting the strong beats. But T-dum. It's all part of a diminuendo. Just write an F with the violins. The pickup to F, the sports. And. Okay, so the trick there is you're getting now too soft too soon. So don't get as soft, and then leave some room so when you come down, when we retard, it gets a little softer. And. Okay, but the last thing, don't accent the G. You're swelling the G. Don't do that. Then you'll have it. And. Make sure the downbeat of 202 is not softer. It's the culmination of the forte, right? Go to that, and then the first beat is still forte. Right at 198. And. That's it. Feel the impending. Yeah. Okay, what was that? Don't let things resonate in rests. Whatever that was. Don't do that, please. 238. And. Okay. Let us start, please, at 242. And I don't want you two to play. 242? Right, so it's nice when you taper the phrase like that, but don't taper it as much, because then you end up, it just sounds like it dies away. Back at 242, everybody. Lovely. I am doing what I'm doing at 264. When we get to I, go. And I actually want to push it, really push it until we get to the opening idea again. All right? Many of you remembered it from January, so that's good. Okay, great. Let's start at 2:55. Feel this driving still. And that's the sound. Okay? That was great with the drive and the moving, that's all wonderful. Let's just go right there, 276. I just had to stop to mention that. Right on it. That's, and. Don't let it ring. Right. So when you get to that first quarter business in 286, don't go, eh, eh. So let's do right there at 284.
So you want us to stop the ringing?
Yeah, I don't like, no,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because otherwise the drama just, people think, my hearing aid. Because there's a ringing sound. I once, 100 years ago, went to the Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart. We did all 40 roles or whatever. And I was young and not patient. And there was a guy behind me with a hearing aid, and everything was coming through his hearing aid 1 second after. Yeah. Anyway, I still triggered. 284. Right on it. And. There's no retard. Great, now we're going to run it. Let's take a second.
Yeah.
cello and viola, and a little more violin. And then Yeah, there'll be absolutely no retard. Before I forget, let me just do this quickly. Sorry, just before I forget, just hold the thoughts. The part where I said that, right, 18, right, when the violas and the cellos, you're doing that line together, just a little less, and then just a little more at the first, because it was too thin, so then it'll balance out properly. Everyone got that? Yeah, what's your thing?
Yeah, 287.
Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. 287.
287. I think everybody is coming down before the diminuendo is written.
Oh, say that again?
287. Everybody is coming down. Diminuendo.
Oh,
So we don't want that, right?
you mean 286?
Yeah, like.
So, yeah, exactly. So yeah, 286 should stay at forte, and then they lose some intensity even before it says dim. It's just kind of a
But
tradition.
you won't really fortissimo, right?
But 286, I want it to be fortissimo, and then the next 3 sets, they get a little less.
Okay.
Just a little bit. It's like a, let's just do that, and then we're going to move on. So let's do 284. Right. It works, and Beethoven doesn't put that, but it's just become the way to do it. All right, excellent. We are now going to go into piano concerto land.
Sorry, are you probably? Let's go again, please, from 33. Thirty-three. This is all forte. This is all forte. In fact, we're going to just go back to the entrance. Let's go back to the beginning. We need lots of first violin on that melody. Actually, Alex, do you mind doing the 3 half note chords? The 3 half note chords before we come in? Yes, super energy.
I'm talking about. Sort of. Oh, loud. It has to arrive there organically, not suddenly. Okay, let's just go from 57. This chair is heavier. I'm so sorry. 57. Here we go. Now we have two measures. Great, thank you. Just start at 75 so we get the intonation of the scales. 75 and. Just so you know, violins in 95 is still forte. You were very sweet, but you got softer. Please don't do that. Letter C. This is a big arrival.
Alex, just checking.
I think my pianissimo doesn't work here, so I'm just going to push back to tempo, like the last part.
Yeah,
Like,
but again, if you get, I'll follow you, and then when the stuff comes back, we can be at the right tempo. Go on, it's up. I'll do whatever you do. Oh, that.
back to tempo.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. And then measure. Do you have your measure there or no?
Do I? Yeah.
I can just show you in the score. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we were doing a little. Here, let's move this up.
No, I think it's good.
I wasn't sure we had one there. We didn't really this time, and it's totally fine. I just want to be sure.
Yeah, just in tempo.
Okay, great, no problem. If you change, it's all good. All right. Why don't we go from here? Actually, no. I'm so sorry. Why don't we go from here? Okay. So we'll do the pickup to 151. The fourth beat of 150. He won't play his. Come right in. Okay. very interesting measure, 254. So it does stay forte until it says. Okay, so just make sure we do that, especially to everybody. Let's just go from, excuse me, 250. It seems counterintuitive, but it's what it is. 250. Okay, 250,
forte, and. This is a very famous tuning moment. There's a famous Vienna recording where. So just let's just do it one more time. It's very exposed, and we're just all dovetailing with each other. If we could just start, please, at 276.
Where is it?
Oh, is that right? 276. So that's great. I would view all of that twins as mezzo piano, because if it's too soft, it doesn't have the effect of the great sound you guys have. I want to start in the same spot, and then we'll go on 276. Just you can feel free to be a little bit more singing.
Just in question, 291
Hold on.
has to be still.
Give me a second. I got to get there. 291. We haven't gotten there yet, did we? Yeah, we did. What about it?
Do you want us to stay pianissimo?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. We say piano. Piano gets forte.
Subito forte at age, right?
Yes. Yes. It's wrong to crescendo. He does all the stuff there. Okay. 276. Same spot. Nice. So I know you guys. I know the horns are holding back. Totally cool. But when we get to these moments, the horns and trumpet, you can definitely. And we'll talk about the balance in the hall because it's a different room. It's very live, but it's definitely meant to be.
Just
Okay.
in question, at age, do you want us to play full value?
Yeah, it's forte.
No, full value, a quarter.
Oh, full value. Yes,
oh.
yes, full value.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do that.
Thank you. That's for the strings. Everybody else has something else. Great. Why don't we go right at H? You'll know it's the yum bum ba dum bum. And
we go straight through? Okay, no problem. Just give me a, these are moments I marked just in case.
Maybe here, once we get here, I'll take a look at.
Right, you're doing a little something, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Now, strings 330. Hang on. So 333, there'll be a little nuance for the fourth beat. Okay. Great. Kind of a weird place to start. Wherever. You want to just go there?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So we'll start 310. Thank you for your patience with all this.
My pleasure. Right from the office, right?
Yeah. So the pickup. Please pick up to 311. No. Make sure we have the swell and the coming back, right? Da dee da dee da dum. Can we start? Sorry, Alex. No. We'll do it just at the espressivo. Let's do 333. Take that measure. 333. Nice. Hold on. Just the violas, please, that where you come in, 353. Actually, the measure before, just the violas. And, yeah, be careful you don't add too much space. It's almost behind. Da-da-da-da-da. Don't. Da-da-da-da-da.
Can we add him? Would be super.
Hmm?
Can we add him? Would be super. Like,
Say it again?
can we add the soloist just to play with? A
Yeah, we will. I just want to get this first, and then we'll, yeah.
Yes, sir.
One more time, the same spot. And. It's better, but the second eighth isn't quite together. So we can do it with the soloist. Let's have everybody at. Alex, let me do this one. 343. 343.
crescendo sooner in the seconds, and when you first come in and everybody else, we have to go from forte to fortissimo. It doesn't say crescendo, but it means crescendo. Okay, great. Let's do 356. I have an idea. Everybody just play their motive together. The strings, just it's soft and crescendo. And right. Feel that when you're pretend everyone's playing. Right there, same spot, 356. And right. I had a quick question just while we're here.
I think somewhere.
That seems longer.
Maybe I go through.
That's okay. And if you're doing that, that's no problemo. I just need to. Hold it. No problem. I just want to make sure. Good. Great. All right. So let's start at I. You'll see. It'll be obvious. Letter I.
It's always like that.
I. And.
Do you want me to show it? It's like a bit.
Yeah. Don't stop.
Yeah, so maybe I can just show it.
Well, I would just do it without. I mean, I know it's coming up the E flat. I just
Yeah.
do it without stopping, and we'll see. One more time. Sorry, my fault. Nice. Before I forget, right. So if we go back to 484, the pickup to 491, that's all going. You weren't sure. Maybe another time you did it was people retarded, but it's the fermata. Right. You got it once I started going, but there's just no retard. Maybe we could just do that, and then we can go on. 484. This is for these guys. There's that there.
Yeah, 555 just maintain the full length because some people are coming up shorter.
844.
Just, I'm sorry, the
no problem.
last note, do you want
Last note of.
this movement?
Oh, I want it just to be not longer, not just yum, bum, bum.
Yeah, okay, but we don't need to stop the ringing here.
Not for the last one, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because the piano, are you going to ring the last note or not?
Actually, I don't know. I was thinking the same thing.
So
Maybe.
we can do that. That's fine. That allows you guys to ring.
It'll ring.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. Otherwise, it sounds like, it's over.
Yeah.
So it's short.
Okay, 484. Yeah, I like it to go just great. And if we could just do one last thing before we go to the other movements. Where'd it go? Let's just do the pickup to 372. I'll hear that one more time. The little glissando, the chromatic thing. Just I don't know, wherever.
Maybe if you want to look at me, maybe
We can do that. That's fine, sure. Sometimes. I've heard this done so many different ways, so I want to get it absolutely the way you're doing it, and just come on in, even if one more time. Easy. Okay, we have 15 minutes before we take a break, so we'll do the second movement. Great. Again, this is your simple.
No, it's really yours.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, I don't want it, you're like, and then you come in and you're like, I hate this. So, sorry to stop. This is actually kind of an original fourth size orchestra, but maybe a little softer on the pits, because it's actually not balancing, which is not your fault. It's just the numbers of people. Just a little less. Yeah, there you go. Don't slide that.
save time. That when that phrase, when those three notes repeat, it doesn't start soft again. It's in the crescendo. Da da dee da da da. Okay, and that's also just, we'll do it one more time from the beginning. We can just use disproportionate a little more firsts, just because it's the melody. And that was a great adjustment. Thanks. Good. So come in at that volume.
Great, so I'm going to take there's a little more time there. That was clear what I did in, it seemed to be clear, in 80. This is it's just to review, it's a and then I subdivide the last measure, the last beat. Kunk, chunk. Yeah, so that worked out okay. Yes.
80 made a lot of sense. 79 coming off the end of the piano.
Right.
Make sure we
So
don't-
yeah, exactly. So you're not retarding. So he's not. So that's why.
Great.
So I will. I do take that. I do take 79 slower, but yeah, there's no retard into it. Da da dum, but da dee da dum, but da chung. Great. And we're just gonna take a break in a second. Give me 1 second. It all felt good. That's why I make sure it was on purpose. So I was going to sit there, but that also was great. And then here also. So there was one, I thought that this one, something was here. So you think a little more time back to that. That wasn't exactly. But this can be more. It's fine. I'll do more time. Okay. Yeah. But otherwise, it's great. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna take 15. Great. Okay. All right. Let's take 15.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll be back and do the third movement. That would be awesome. And so John Rhodes said she can't come to the dinner. But she's been writing outside. She isn't thrilled. She feels invested. Nice. Well, she's written several nice novels. So, you know, on the Facebook. Whatever. Keep people happy.
All right. Great. Oh. Brian. I am determined before I die to get better at social media. And I'm getting better. Like, I'm getting better. Anyway, we're going to do a 1 minute something. I don't know. You're just going to, the opening of last movement, just like we sort of go like this and you're like,
No?
the piano conductor interaction. Like 1 minute. And then all of you will happily
Leave.
post it or do something at it. I don't know what you're supposed to do tonight. We're almost sold out, as I said, but I'm really trying to build up energy and, you know, I'm trying to get grants and stuff. And they look at all this stuff. You know, so we were at 80 subscribers on YouTube, now it's 350. You have to get to 1,000 before people care. So, anyway, it really helps if you don't mind. And it's not about asking for money or tickets, it's just, this is what we're doing. Okay, and that being said, do whatever, okay? So, why don't we do the last two measures of the slow movement? With the pickup, actually, no, I'm sorry. No, let's do, this is important, let's do from measure 74. When they start there and they're doing that. All right, 74. 74 of the second movement.
Maybe a little more horn. And make sure those rests don't continue. Don't add time when you're changing to the eighth thing. This is to the orchestra, please, at I. We're faster. So measure of 4. 1, 2. Right? So just make sure that when you da 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 dum, don't add. Now can you do the leg bro? like that. Question, just give me one moment here. Yeah, the horn was lovely, but we'll see how it is in the hall. You might need just a little more on the sustain note. Yeah. I was already a question to myself. These are conductors do this. We got into the sound, so that will be fine. And there's one other spot. Like, annoying me now. It's the repeated. Let's just do letter C, please. It's just the orchestra. Yeah. C. Right. So I'm not a string player. I'm trying to get better at it in terms of just how to verbalize it. It just does almost. It almost doesn't sound together when you're doing that in motive. And there's a place where the seconds have it. It's the same thing. It doesn't quite feel together. I'm not sure if it has how far away you are, but can we just try that one more time? Maybe just thinking more of it, going this way and not up and down. It might help. Right on C, and. It's better. That helps. Whatever it was you did, it helps. And then wherever the seconds have it. Is there anything? No. The last one was very easy. You good?
Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll do the overture at the beginning, and then we'll do the concerto, and then we'll take a break.
Sounds great.
Awesome, man. Okay,
Thank
great.
you so much.
You got it.
Thank you.
So Brian, do you?
Yeah.
Can you take a picture? In fact, let's do it. This is important. The orchestra. First, just us. Just us. Just it. Okay, got it? Okay, then hang on. All right. Let's get a picture with our soloist. Come on up. It's the kind of stuff when I remember it, I'm thrilled. Okay, so just so you can just get most of the orchestra, and then we'll do another one.
Okay. Yep.
Got it? And far away, sort of. Yeah, can you go back one? Sorry. I'm not picky or anything.
Yeah, right?
So we get sort of everybody. Or is that? Yes.
Okay, this will be the brooding moment and the second movement. Beautiful. Feel the pain. All right. Yeah, the wind is blowing, but it's cold. It's cold. Well done. Okay. Very good.
Weird porno director. Like, okay. Thanks. Great. And then finally, who's the composer who wrote Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? The famous. Right. So I did some organ thing with him a while ago, and he's like, "Hello. Okay, now we do selfie." And I'm like, "What?" And so now we're gonna do selfie. And he did it, and he posted it everywhere, and I was like, "Wow, I can do that." Except my forehead takes up the whole damn picture.
That's the idea. It's Samuel Jackson.
Well, whatever. Just smile. Yeah, the two of you were in it. Okay. All right. All right, man. So I will see you. I did see there's a whole list to just go backstage. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, the symphony.
Sorry, I missed the message.
Page flip.
saving the time. I'm like, no, I don't want this in the way, and it's more
Yeah.
professional. Okay. So some of you have done this piece with me many times. All of you have done it many times. It's a great piece. I always think when I do these things to think of it as something new. There'll be people in the audience who've never heard it. They'll be incredibly turned on and excited. So don't let yourself have any, not that you would ever would, but don't let yourself have any sense of, oh yeah, Beethoven's 7. It's more like, wow, we get to do this. That's how I approach it. So, great. For those of you who don't know, I broke my foot and twisted my ankle in June, and I'm fine, but I still have physical therapy for the sprain. It's still an issue, so I try to minimize, not that I couldn't, but I try to minimize how long I'm standing. That's why the stupid chair thing. It just helps for preparing for a concert. Anyway. Went to a second dynamic on the second beat, and then that's what it was. I want it to be a graduated diminuendo, okay? I'm talking about measure 22. Great, let's just go from 14. Obviously you know it's a canon and all these things are happening. Just be aware of that. 14, and... Some of these crescendos are not always convincing the way he writes it, and we have to overcome that. So that's a perfect example in 32 to 33. Just more of the impending what's going to happen. All right, in terms of and the energy of the crescendo. Let's do 29.
is that?
46.
46, yeah. 44 with just the violins, and yeah, right. Make sure it's the same notes. One more time, and just do that last one, the fourth beat. 2, 3. There you go. Everybody, please, at 42. Yeah. It's the gradual crescendo. Great. It's wonderful. I just want to do the transition one more time. Just not all of it, just measure 59. So keep that elegance. Right, so this is an example where you're sort of doing it, but I'm going to push things, little things that aren't hearing the score, so I'm going to push that kind of stuff. I don't want to fight you. Just let me really go and do that. That's going to make the difference in this piece. Good. At the vivace, it's going to be that tempo, but if I happen to push it a wee bit, just I don't want to be someone, if it feels it to go, it's still pretty quick. Great. Why don't we just start at, I'm not going to talk for the whole symphony, I promise. Crap. Just right on it, the vivace. Gentle accents. Yes.
what's it called? Don't telescope ahead that you're about to have a piano. So for instance, in measure 161, keep the tremolo going right to the last second. If you even do a slight bit, it's like, ugh. It doesn't, it gives it away, as it were. Let's just start at 153. All right, and. We're doing all the repeats in the symphony, but for now, we're going to go on. And. What you're doing, wins you're doing, ta-da, it's ta-da, ta-da-da. Keep the note sustained. Yeah, okie doke. Let's do letter G. Yeah. Feel the tension. Okay, hold on. Hang on. Thank you. One of my favorite spots, obviously, when you get to the long notes in the middle of a crescendo, don't let them die and then start up the crescendo again. The whole thing has to be da 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 da, you know, whatever it is. Okay? Because what ends up being is like a pit stop along the way, and then it doesn't have the tension. Okay? Wins, that was much better. Thank you so much. 236. No, let's just really hear each other. And. One more time. I mean, it's good to start in the middle of something like this because it has to be just so tight. And. Better. Just a little more. Parts we know all so well, but it's so easy to go on automatic pilot here. Let's do this one more time and we'll go on without me yelling more. But that's the idea, just a rising thing. Okay, same spot. And one more time. Not together.
So this is a similar moment to the other place, right? Where you can think just a little bigger because you have such great sound, right? So don't feel it has to be ooh. All right, then it fixes it perfectly. So let's do. And I always change my mind on whether I cut off, but it always works. So that's great. So let's just do the pickup to 301 after the fermata. Timpani there, let's really keep it pianissimo. Just a little bit bigger. At 315. We'll see what it's like in the hall, but it's definitely misterioso. We can start right there. Winds, that was lovely. It was great. 315. You have to have more energy in the crescendo sooner. It always sounds subito, which we don't want, okay? So just make a mark of that if you could, please. Because, you know, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a 6 measure crescendo. Okay, great. Let's just start right at 354. Oh, and if you're worried, we're not going to run the symphony. We're going to rehearse like this, and then when we end, and I'll see you tomorrow. I hate over-rehearsing, but I'm super picky. So it's a nice combo, I think. Anyway, as opposed to telling you how it all means stars and moons, and let's run it 6 times. 354. Once, there was a conductor when I was studying and learning, the guy, that was the first chord, and said, this chord, the A major chord of the first movement of Beethoven 7, represents the universe. And I couldn't help it. I was sitting back there as a student. I said, so what's the second chord? Oh, I got in big trouble. But it's kind of true. I mean, it's epic piece. We know it. We don't need to talk about it. All right, 354. Each measure, a little more. Stop for that, but yeah, we have to. First of all, the crescendo makes all the world. Don't go back to the sort of pickup way orchestra. That makes all the difference. It sounds like we've been working on it for 2 weeks. It's great. But for right now, just let's just start at 364. Keep your focus. 364 and.
I mean, you folks probably all know this. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Depends on your love of music history. I mean, Beethoven was obviously a troubled figure. He was deaf at this point. It's all horrible. But this symphony, people went bonkers when this was premiered. You know that? And one of the original ideas of encore was the second movement. They wouldn't let them leave until they played it again, because that's what an encore actually means, right? Yeah, and these are they're very close to each other. The overture, the piano concerto, and the symphony. They're all within about 10 years. Yeah. And the piano concerto is basically when Beethoven shot the shot across the bow that says, no, you're not improvising cadenza. You have to play this, and it says it right in the score. But he wasn't able to. So play it because he was deaf. So the guy, the Archduke Rudolph, his patron actually played it. He was that kind of a patron who could play it. Anyway, a little bit of trivia. Okay, let's go to the second movement. I'm going to go on a limb and assume that you agree with the concept of going through this and not taking another break and then just ending earlier. Okay. To go into my conducting mentor rabbinical mode, you got to make sure it's a quarter, and then it's those carat things, which we're not going to have a big conference about. But the quarter needs to be just a little longer. Otherwise, it sounds like bump, bump. It just all sort of sounds the same. So just make for everybody just the quarter a little longer, bump, 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 and then of course you have the dot with the slur. Just make sure they have a little bit of difference. One more time. But don't accent it though. That's the trick. There you go. That's better. Yeah, sorry. Don't telescope ahead. Don't make the last note too soft. Right, don't make the last note so soft that you're anticipating the pianissimo. But it was really good. It was excellent. So one more time from the top. And let's have a real forte until we have a bigger diminuendo for the winds. And. Taper that too much. Slow on the ornaments, on the but I just want to make it really clear, and I know you all know this, but remember the back of the first, I'm looking over there, there's good sound and everything, match the same energy in the line and everything. Yours super important. Everyone's important. So just play it. I mean, maybe it's just the hearing in here, but I want to sort of feel the energy all the way back to everyone. There's no hierarchy, right? And everyone is equally important. So just always remember that, especially in a group this size, okay? Let's just go right on. No, let's just go right at 95. Good sound. And it's very nice. Just, yeah, in that whole crescendo part, just don't ever think that you're like getting to a level on the escalator. It's just the one big long escalator, right? Don't ever have any sense of stopping. It's great to be this picky because it sounds lovely, but the first time it was better. So let's just go from 222. So we have 6, 1, 2. hang on one sec. Let's just do the one before H, just the violins.
Do you want the full value, quarter?
Well, that's what I want to,
Yeah.
because we're not quite doing it all the same. It should be the full value, but let's just do the violins and see what it sounds like. One before H, and No, he's very intentional. The winds and brass are all eighths, and you're all quarters. So let's do it. Let's do the quarters. So have, why don't we start at 243? It's one of those things when you do pieces so often, but it's like, yeah, you don't always hear it that way with the quarter and then the eighth. But this, these additions by this point, they were Beethoven. He proved them all. Like wasn't an accident. So that's great. We'll do that. A nice addition.
How soon do you want us to count down the last note?
Yeah, I was not showing it. Not to the last note.
I mean, last minute, last second.
Just a tiny. Yeah, let's just do the last 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 6. And. No. So why don't we not accent the A then? Yum bum bum. Like make it just a little softer. That sort of gives you, because you don't have much room to do a diminuendo on the one note. So let's do it one more time and. Right, so then it sounds like a diminuendo. Exactly. Okay. So the next one, obviously, and again, my donors like all the repeats, so I'm like, I like all the repeats. So it's also easier to not have to remember which ones we're not doing. The big challenge in this movement is the bleeding of dynamics, and to stay excited. It's a fabulous piece. I know it's repeats and stuff. Just always have the contrast, and it will be great. And we move it along. Okay.
Sorry, Justin, the first ending is 145. Nice.
Sorry, 145. Hold on 1 second. I don't have numbers memorized.
Like that first ending, the big one.
We're doing all the repeats. This was from years of doing it on Easter. And I'm like, oh crap, Jesus is coming. So we were cutting out, some of you were in those. We did them, had to do all kinds of cuts or non-repeats.
Are we doing the repeats right now, though?
Yes, because I just want to run it so we have it and we're doing it. Otherwise, it's weird. Okay. Definitely, one more time. Yes. I should have said this before. You need to think a little less of the sports here. This always happens with this, with orchestras. It's like, rah! Just because it doesn't sound clean. So let's just do that one spot there, and then we'll go on. That, whatever measure that is, you know where I am. 22, 3, 4, 5. Start with the pickup with the bass. Just think of it as one long line. Okay? And. Yeah, so what happens is the pitch then gets weird. So try it with less fourths. And. Can we just do the cellos and basses? And. Okay. All right. From the beginning, second time. Okay? Okay, yeah. That's what we have to avoid is the 4 measures, and then the first measure of the pianissimo is sort of like a transition, and then it gets softer. I want it to be really like just the 2 levels, right? Don't let it, because then what happens is it just oozes more and bleeds or whatever into each other. Okay? Let's just do 43. I know this can be very automatic probably, but don't. That piano has to be right away violins. And the famous oboe moment, right, in 50, whatever, 60, da-ti-da-da-ti-da-da-dum, definitely mezzo piano, not piano, like, it just, so it's nice and prominent. Okay, let's do the same thing. We'll just start at 43, and we'll skip some of the repeats for now. 43, and, accent. Okay. It has to be in tune and no accent. Okay, right on the Meno Presto. And. I change my mind when I take retards and up, but when you get to this part, don't get behind just because it's big. Just do exactly what I'm doing. Don't stretch it out. Right there. So 2 whatever at 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 207. And. Okay, then the challenge here, and you have to mark this. You have 14 measures to get softer. So if you start too soft, it's just like, All right, so it's a real piano, it's not mezzo piano, and you have all those measures to get all the way down to 3 Ps. And when you hear like a Vienna or someone do it, it's almost like they use a graph, like 0.7%. It really, it's so effective, and I really want to get a performance where we get closer to it. Be nice. So why don't we just start right there at 223, so not too soft. Good. I won't talk. That was one more time. That was so good. Just hermetically seal that. And no, not even a hint of crescendo. You have to suppress that. Right, it's coming back, so don't do it there, please. 263. Yeah. Good. Okay, Buck. So make sure you can come up to the piano. You were at the pianissimo right before, but the piano should be a little more right there. Strings at 321. Yeah, do mark it because it all runs together sometimes. 313. Same thing here. Okay, so you were a little too soft, right? Just to match the first time, just all you have to do is just adjust it slightly, because the first time it was fantastic. Just remember that, okay? And this start right there. We will do all the repeats, but not now. So whatever that is, 83. 483.
Do you want a break before the last pistol, or should we play all the way through?
I think
No, I'm taking a look. I'm cutting it.
Okay.
Tee-da-dum, tee-da-dum. Yeah, I've added that in my life. Okay? We should just run the skirts in. All right, last movement.